What is up, peoples? Tocen here with another episode of Tocen's Black Ops Emblem Creations and whatnot. And today I'm going to be bringing you one of the coolest emblems I think I have ever made before, and it's really simple. This is going to be my high gloss Pokeball. As you can see, it's really customizable. I have a Master Ball here, this cool looking Tocen Ball, the original Pokeball, and even bringing it back to the starters with their own unique designs. Now this is going to be really simple to do, and I'm going to walk you through all of it. I'm going to take it really slow, so hopefully you guys can follow along with me and make it just as awesome. It's only going to take 20 layers, and there's going to be so much more after it that you can do, so customizable, so let's get into it. So for the first layer, we're going to want to go to the tool page, go all the way down to circle outline. Scale this up until the inner circle is near the edge of the boundary of the emblem page, then duplicate it, and scale this one up until it's completely covering the rest of the blank area. Now we're going to go to the second inner circle outline, press Y to go to the color picker, and press X to change it to a gradient. Click in the right thumbstick and it's going to make it a radial. Now for the first color, we're going to have the base color of what we're going for. So I'm going to make a blue Pokeball today. So I'm going to choose this middle blue here, and for the second color we want it black. Also make sure that this color to opacity goes to 100%. After that, we'll back out of that layer, go to the first one, which is the outer circle outline. Also change this to a radial gradient, and the first color is going to be near that same color we chose before. Also the second color is going to be a black with 100%. Then we want to change the gradient slider until the background blends into it. So that looks like a good blend right there. Then we're going to duplicate this ring outline. I'm going to go back into the gradient editor. The first color we want is going to be transparent. The second one is going to be, let's go with the black and change the gradient slider to 100. Then we're going to move this inner ring until you can see it popping up in the bottom left here. This is going to create part of the shadow that's going to overlap everything. So I think right about here is good. We're going to duplicate this, go into the gradient editor layer, and change the black to white. Then move this until we have it outlined on the top right portion. Now for the middle section of the Pokeball, we're going to go back to the tools page, get this outline, this curved line right here, and we want to click in the right thumbstick to free scale and press down on the right analog stick to make it a little thinner. And we're going to scale it and rotate it just a little bit like this. And then bring this down to the first layer and make it black. Then we're going to duplicate it and enlarge it, make it white. And we're going to bring the opacity down to about 30%. Now the way we want to scale this about, we're going to be doing some free scaling until you can see it outlines both parts of the curved line. Then I'm going to bring in a new shape. We're going to bring in just a standard circle. Make it slightly ovular, so click in the right thumbstick and move it to the left. And you can see it kind of makes an oval, but we don't want it too ovular. I think that's about good. Scale it down and position it right about meow. We're going to make this one black. Duplicate it. Make it white and bring it back to a 30% opacity and scale it up just a little bit. As you can see, it outlines itself right there. Now I'm going to move these two layers way to the bottom real quick because I don't want to have to do any unnecessary editing later. Then we're going to go to the black circle that we have, duplicate it again, press, we're actually going to go to the material picker, so press up on your D-pad and choose this lighter material right here. And we're going to move this above the curved line that we have and scale it in. I think this is about good right here. Then we're going to duplicate that and make this color white. And we want to move it slightly upright from there. As you can see, now it has a beveled button onto it. Then we're going to add in a curved line. So right here is called a smile outline. Keep it white, and we're going to bring it up to about meow to highlight this part. And I'm doing a little bit of free scaling so I can like blend in, like make the shape kind of match the circle. And I think that is about good right there. After this, we're going to bring into our first main color of what we're trying to go for. Make this all the way at the bottom, and choose what color you're going for. So I'm going with a lightish middle blue here. I'm going to duplicate this, and we're going to change the shape of the next layer by pressing Y. Now from here, we're going to do the shadowing. So go to this half column, and I'm going to change the color so you can see it real quick. I'm going to make it black and press X to make it an outline. Then we want to scale this all the way in, make it as small as possible, free scaling it like this. And you free scale by clicking in the right thumbstick. See the center portion of this little arch? That's where the shadow is going to be. So as long as you get this as thin as you can, just click back to the regular scaling mode and scale it all the way up. Now keep this arch centered about right beyond, and you're going to see how it's going to shadow in part of the bottom to make it darker. So that's about good right there for the bottom shadow. Then I'm going to duplicate it and rotate it up here, and this is going to be a light medium shadow. So we want to have a lighter blue from what the original blue is, and I think that's good right there. I'm going to go back and change this dark color. We don't want it too dark, so I think this looks pretty good. It's not too contrasty, so I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more and bring this other color up even higher. I think that's good right there. Then we're going to duplicate another outline, move to the side, and this is going to be the super highlight. So make this a really bright blue. So now we have a highlight on the right side. Actually, I think I want this as bright as possible. So I'm going to have the brightest looking blue, almost white. Then I'm going to duplicate it another time and rotate it over to the left side and bring this highlight just down a little notch. So now we have our highlighted Pokeball. It's already looking pretty cool, except now we want some more effects in. So let's go to this circle, duplicate the layer, and we're going to press Y to change what the shape is. We're going to go to our patterns and select this splatter right here. It's going to be called Paintball. Now we want to bring it up and get this one portion of the paintball to scale into where it's like it hugs the center circle of the Pokeball. Now I'm going to keep the opacity about 50, and I'm going to change the color to be near the center. Let's go with a brighter blue from what it is. Then we're going to duplicate it and bring this one into the very middle, and we're going to rotate it so we have some more splatter around the rest of the areas. Now this one is going to be just about the same blue, just a little bit lighter. Then we're going to duplicate it again and bring in the edge effect over here. I'm going to make this pretty light now for the upper part of it. Then I'm going to duplicate this again, move it to the top left. Change the blue colors to fit where you think it should be. I'm going to go with this one. Looks nice. Then I'm going to duplicate it one more time, bring it down way to the bottom, and this is going to be a darker splash. So it's not getting too dark, so I'm going to bring the opacity up more. And I might even duplicate it one more time and get some more splash effect into the side here. I think that is looking terrific. So now we have our glossy looking Pokeball. We're going to do a little minor editing to this to make it even better. these two highlights and shadow part of the edge of the balls. We're going to bring this down below everything else and keep it above the splatters. So we had the white down there, and we're going to bring the black down above the splatters too. That way the black part of the ball is like there's no highlights or shadows to it. It's just a straight contrast color that's going to make other things pop out of it. And the last thing we're going to do, we're going to go all the way to the front layer, bring in a tool called the half tube, position it into the corner as such. You want to meet it with the same degree angle of the ball on the edge here, and we're going to make the color match and blend into the background shading. So this looks about good right now. I'm going to bring it in, and now it looks like our ball has a beveled center ring to it. Then I'm going to duplicate it and bring it back to the other side. We shouldn't have to change the color because it, as a ring outline gradient, it's going to match perfectly. And there we go. We got one of the coolest, sickest looking glossy Pokeballs, really customizable. Then we got this blue one right here. I'm going to show you a couple things that you could do to change the colors of this. As such, I can go to this square layer, duplicate it, and let's change the color to, let's say a red. So I can have a red portion to it, and I can bring it down to the bottom part. And we can bring the opacity of this color down, and as you can see, we can have multicolored, crazy looking Pokeballs from this. And as you can see, it's so customizable, all the extra stuff you can do if you really take your time and mess around with the colors and the shading and the transparencies of each of these emblems. You're going to get something really awesome, really cool that nobody else is going to have before. As such, just check out this really cool looking Pokeball. I'm really proud of it, and I use it all the time because it's my favorite emblem I have ever made so far, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. So definitely send me what you have made to my Twitter by sending that to Tocen_, and let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Also let me know what you want to make in the future. And until next time, peace out, peoples.